Hello everybody and welcome back to Simulate Gaming and welcome back to Thornton Farm. Now today what we're going to be doing... Oh, look at the plane. We're finally going to get around to dealing with our pigs and beef because we bought these a few episodes ago, but we haven't actually got around to feeding them or anything just yet. So we're going to be doing as much of that today as we can. We also have some combines out... Well, we've got the class Lexion down in field number 11 doing some combining with a hired worker. We've got the wheel loader down in the BGA still selling, and we've also got the, what's it called? The Grimmy Tektron thing in field number 4. Now, I know we weren't using that in the last episode, we're using the smaller one, but I really wanted to just move on instead of boring you guys. So the potato washer's actually stopped as well. That's because this pallet's full, so we need to get that in a moment. So stay tuned if you want to know about all the potato stuff again. In fact, we're just going to check and see. So yes, washed potatoes is at 100%, compost is at 32%. Diesel's pretty much full. Seeds are pretty much full. Water is 74%. So we're pretty good for this for now. We just need to take away the full potato pallet at the moment. But yes. So let's jump into the class today. Just while we deal with the water tanker and stuff. Right, let's go ahead and boot her up. Come on. I've got head tracking on as well today, guys. So we'll give it another go, because I got very annoyed with it in the last episode, if you remember. Right, let's go ahead and attach this on. There we go. So, I'm going to assume this tanker holds a lot more water than what we actually need. So, whilst we're here, we just want to do all of the animals, I think, personally. In fact, I haven't turned the webcam on. There we go. There's the webcam. I can't see it, so hopefully it looks alright. It doesn't come up on my screen. It just shows a little camera icon sort of thing. Actually, this is a good chance to test out my new water fill point, which I put on the map myself, which is here. Does it work? No, which means I forgot to put the trigger down. Fantastic, go B. And come to think of it, yes, I did forget to put the actual trigger down. So we're going down to the normal yard right now to fill it up with water. So how you guys doing? Ooh. So sorry about the video that went out yesterday, which was Sunday. I uploaded it at 6 AM, but there was an issue, so I had to take it down straight away, and then by the time I re-rendered it and got it uploaded again, I think it was about 3 o'clock, possibly, something like that. Oh, we got some new equipment as well, guys. I'll just show you that now when we turn into here. I'm getting some bad FPS lately. I need to clean my cache. We've bought ourselves, with our silage money, a brand new JCB Telehandler. Now, this is just a reskinned Libra, or however you say it, Libra, but it's got some extra nice features on it, so I'll show you that when we actually use that in a second. But for now, we're just going to fill up this. I probably should do another yard episode soon, because everything's a bit messy. Everything's dirty and out of place. Right, so we'll... Why won't this fill up? Oh, okay, so the other one may have worked, it's just the icon didn't show up, which is a bit of an issue. Let's just straighten up so our pipe isn't creased. There we go. Let's turn head tracking off. So there we go, that's filling up nicely. Let's check our fill level here. So we've got 10,000 litres in at the moment. I think it's full, actually. I think that's done it. Yes, it has. So it doesn't hold that much, this tanker, but it should be more than enough for what we need today. Let's get the head tracking back on. Cool. So yeah, we actually bought these a few weeks ago, but I haven't actually returned to feed them or anything just yet, so we need to give them some straw. We've got some silage down at the BGA, actually, which we need to make sure we get some of that before he sells it all, because that would be awkward else. In fact, I might have to stop the wheel loader and load up. We got the Vulture already waiting down there for us, so I didn't waste time driving down there and boring you guys to death. So it should be a case of literally jumping into the wheel loader that we've rented down there, because we're playing it off as if it's not ours, it's actually the BGA's, and we're going to fill up the Vulture trailer with that. Right, I should have turned that way actually, my bad, but we'll go into this next lane. Right guys, so for the life of me, I cannot find the water fill point. According to this, there is one, but I just don't know where it is, so we're going to ignore that for now. If you do know if there's one on Thornton Farm, please let me know, because I have not got a clue. But in the meantime... Oh, we can do this actually whilst we're here. So we're going to turn the hired worker off real quick. Let's get the wheel cam on so you guys can see. In fact, where is this guy? Okay, there's our trailer all the way up there. So we've got a bit of a drive, but not to worry. Let's go ahead and turn this off so we can actually look around. Cool. So yeah, now this probably isn't a method that most of you guys are into, but it does get used a lot in the UK, especially near me and stuff. What they do is to save money is I just put a big trailer on the side of the field. Now it just so happens that I do actually have the truck in this field, but obviously if you're harvesting loads of fields a day, then you can save money and wages and stuff by just doing this. So we'll go ahead and put this guy into this trailer. I'm not sure how full it is at the moment. Obviously it only tells you when there's stuff attached to it. But we should have quite a lot of room left. So we're going to move that over the trailer and we'll start unloading. If it will let me. There we go. This has got manual unload, this combine, so we have to do it ourselves. Right, so we're going to put this guy back on course. Why is the FPS so bad today? Oh, that's the head tracking. Never mind. Turn it off, and now we're suddenly got good FPS. So the only bad thing about head tracking, if for some reason it's low on battery, it makes the camera juddery, which makes it look like you're getting bad FPS, but in actual fact, you're most likely not. So just got to make sure you keep it charged. That's if you get the wireless one. I know Rainbow Dave Gaming has the wired one, so obviously he's not going to have that issue, but he also has the issue of wires running down his back, which I'm not a fan of. Right, so this guy's making pretty short work of this, to be fair. He's not doing too bad, so we'll get this guy set up again. We'll carry on for a minute just to get into the groove of stuff. There we go. And away with you. Awesome, so he's now done for another load. So like I just said, guys, where's the wheel loader? Here we go. Let's turn that off for now. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's not what we want to do. Where's my mouse? There it is. So ignore the fact that you're seeing this wheel loader because this is basically what I was using off camera because I wanted to set this off camera essentially. Reset the camera, there we go. So ignore the fact you're seeing this. This is just what's literally doing the setting for us, then we're going to send it back. But we're going to take a few loads of this up to the fattening plant. Now, I believe I did leave the vulture in here somewhere. There it is. Probably would have made more sense if I brought it over to me so I don't have to drive as far, but there we go. Okay, everybody, so this is going to be our last bucket now. Even if it's not 100%, we're going to do it anyway because, one, I'm bored of loading this thing up, and two, I'm pretty sure they're not going to need it all anyway, so we still need to give them some grain and stuff as well, so we'll go ahead and load this up one more time. Is that filling up? Yes, it is. So we're stopping on 89%, which is a bit random, I know, but I honestly don't think we're going to need to use it all. So there's not that much left in the silo anyway, the clamp. So what we're going to do is turn head tracking off so I can actually use the mouse. We're going to do silage, possibly. Yes, silage, there we go. We'll send him on like that. And now he's going to continue selling what little silage we've got left. Meanwhile, we're going to jump into the old Vulture here and take this back up to the yard. Now, here's a little tip. I usually do this stuff off camera, but I'm going to show you guys. If you have the consoles up like this, what you can do is press the tilde key until you get the hashtag there, and you can do, where is it? Clean i3D cache, and that should give you a little bit more FPS. It should tidy up your map a little bit. So, yeah, hopefully that's going to give us a little bit better FPS. Let's turn our four-wheel drive off here. I don't know why it's on in the first place. Right, everybody, so we're just heading back up to the fattening plant now. And the FPS did actually help us, that little thing I just showed you. It's gone up to about 30 now, which is still not that much, but it's still better than what we had. I'm just trying to think how we're going to do this. Now, ideally, I'd scoop it onto the floor in real life if I was doing it, but I don't think Farm Sim will let us do that. So we're going to have to drive through, I think. Let's drive through here. Hopefully, we actually have enough for both our pigs and our cows. We're just looking for the trigger now. Here it is. Wow. So they've done that. I think... What? I'm really confused. That was a lot less than I thought it was going to be. Jeez. Oh, this one here. That confuses me, that lane, every time. Just crash. I was trying to work out why that's open, whatever that is there. But anyway, let's look for this next trigger here. Wow. Yeah, we've definitely overcompensated for our silage here, haven't we? Well, in that case, what we'll do is we'll give this to our cows and our sheep afterwards. But for now, we need to give them some grain as well, actually. So I do not know what we're going to do with this silage, personally. Tell you what we're going to do. We'll back up, because I need this trailer. That's the thing. Actually, we may not. We may not need it. We'll leave it here for now. And let's jump into our brand new JCB Telehandler. Okay, so here she is, boys and girls. We have our brand new JCB, which, yes, I'm well aware is just a reskin, but I think it may have flotation tyres on it. That's the fault we put on ourselves. Obviously, it's got IC because the door's open. Back window's also open. That's got IC. Now, this is what I think is really neat. If I jump into it and lower that, we actually have a camera on the end of the boom arm, as you can see. But they've done it quite well, because if I jump out and show you this... Oh, get up. There's actually a GoPro on the boom arm, which is pretty impressive. I really like that nice little feature there. You can add remove stuff. I didn't see this. Oh, that's the mud guards. So we can add the mud guards if you do so desire. I think we'll go ahead and actually put ours on. UK road laws and all that stuff. I think that's pretty much it. So we're going to jump into the cab real quick. Close that door. Why won't you let me close the door? There we go, guys. So there's the door closed. Now, I should also mention that there is another difference, which I forgot to mention. Similar to the Merlot we're using on Nayswell Extended, this also has a 3-point hitch on the back for all the small jobs and stuff. So we're not going to be able to plough in it, obviously, but if we need it for fertilising in an emergency, we can do that. So let's go ahead and turn her on. And we need to go over to the other yard real quick. Now, there's one thing missing from this telehandler, which I wish it had, and that is changeable steering. So basically, this is a 4-wheel steered to what they call telehandler. That's the one. You can't put it into front wheel steering or crab or anything. It's restricted to this, which is a shame, but oh well. What we're going to do? Why are all the bales facing that way? That's the question. I think I can still get one, don't worry. So we'll pull this out. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's one. What we're going to do is put it into the, just in the courtyard somewhere, because we need to load them up to our feeder, obviously. In fact, I just realised, with the 3-point hitch telehandler, we can actually put it on the back of this, which is handy. So there's one. I think we'll try and get 2 more. In fact, we may be able to get both of the top ones at the same time. So we're going to try and do that anyway. I know I just said I'd turn it off, but I want to look up. So we'll turn it back on real quick, the head tracking. So Simulate made a mess of the bales because this is really, really twitchy, this this joystick. And it's really annoying me. I need to get a new one. In fact, I have mentioned something to Landy Kid. So maybe, just maybe, in the next couple of weeks, maybe something will happen with that. But I'm not saying anything just yet, just in case it doesn't happen. But it means we can finally get rid of the joystick, if so. Right. So we'll just put these 2 onto the floor as well. Somewhere random. Tell you what, we'll do a little U-turn here. Right, so now we've got them on the floor. What we're going to do is actually put our boom arm back in real quick. We'll fold up the forks like that because we don't need them just yet. Tuck that away. Now, first of all, what we need to do is pull out... Why did you do that? There we go. So we need to pull out the windrow, which we can do with this fantastic little 3-point JCB that we got. Okay, so we'll pull this out. We'll just dump it anywhere for now. I'll do a little cleanup off camera. Oh gosh, this doesn't like 4-wheel steering, this windrow, does it? So let's turn around here. And we'll get our little feeder thing. A feeder shredder thing, bale shredder. That's the one. Now, I thought this was quite unrealistic, and I'll show you why for in a second if you're new to the channel, but then a real farmer commented on my video, and I'll explain to you why it is actually realistic. So we'll pick this up. Oh, I love that we can do this with a telehandler. Saves us so much time. Right, so what we're going to do is unfold. Is it unfold or is it O? Oh, it's actually B after all that. So what we're going to do is collect this. We'll get the random loaner bale first. Here he is. So what side is the thing on? No idea. So what we're going to do is line ourselves up. We'll expand the little arm thingy ding there. Lower it down. Now basically what we do here, guys, is we try and load up. Oh, what are you doing that for? There we go. So we're going to get this here. We'll press. That didn't go in straight. Should be okay though. We'll put it in like that. I'll show you why it doesn't matter if it's in straight or not, because it just gets turned into mush anyway. Now that's what I thought was unrealistic, but then as the real farmer pointed out to me, in real life you wouldn't probably put the whole baler into this because he's got a real one, I assume. What you do is you obviously get like a pitchfork into it and mash it all up and then put it in. So yeah, I suppose when you think of it that way, it is kind of realistic. What we'll do is we'll get this next bale. In fact, is it going to work? That one was pretty spot on. So we'll press N to get it in like that, and then we'll lift it up. And we'll finally get this last little one here. Now, we may need more, but I said that about the silage as well, and now we have loads of silage that we actually have nothing to do with. Okay, let's get that. Press N again to close the arm, and we'll lift it up. And that should do us for now. In fact, that's 99%, so it's the first time I've actually filled it up. Now, it is the silage texture, but as you can see in the bottom right corner, it is straw in there, so it is going to register as straw, which is nice. So we'll drive this up, and then we'll unload it. Right, guys, so okay, let's hope that we have enough straw, like I just said, for both sheds. So we're going to start off with the pig one. I'm not sure which side it comes out of. It looks like it comes out of the left side. And it's shredding away there. Where's the third person view? Can't see. Wow, so we filled that up as well. So they now have a full bed of straw. And we still have 77%. So it looks like we've got quite a lot of materials left for our actual normal cattle after this. Like our milk cows and our wool sheep and stuff. So we'll do this one next. Hopefully we're facing the right way. Yes we are. And that's that done. So now we've bedded them. We've given them some silage, which means we're pretty much on our way right now to success. Now, I'm going to try something which may not work at all. So I need to dump off this feeder real quick, just because we're a bit tight on room up here as it is. So I'll dump this off here. Now I'm going to try something very unrealistic. I'm going to try and pick a pallet up with... Why won't it let me disconnect that? There we go. I'm going to try and pick up a pallet with some bale forks. Like I just said, very probably unrealistic, but at the end of the day, it may not actually matter all that much. Now, the model of this potato washer did recommend using a wheel loader, but I'm going to give it my all with the potato washer, with the telehandler, sorry. The reason I'm doing it with this is because of the four-wheel steering. It's definitely going to come in handy in this short space here. Come on. Right, full lock. Come on, you can get yourself out of here. There we go. So I'm going to store them in here for now. I'll probably find a place right at the back. And I can hear it in my headphones that the potato washer just booted up again because we've removed this one. Right, you can get down there. Right, guys, so that is the first load of potatoes put in the corner now. As you can see, we've got another pallet already appeared, but it's going to take a while to fill that up anyway. So though our next batch is being washed, should get a bit more money for this. We also got our compost that we can use. Okay, everybody, so I just had some issues with my recording program. It crashed, so unfortunately, you missed me feeding them the grain, which was a shame. What else did we do? Hopefully you guys see me do the straw. Pretty sure you did. So I don't actually know at what point it stopped recording, because obviously I didn't see it stop recording. Oh, so I would have carried on. But I have dumped the silage here from the Stewart trailer, and we'll get this later with the telehandler here. Because we wanted to use the trailer to dump our grain in, so we've done that now. We didn't get that much in. However, I have found the water trigger quickly. I used F5 to find the actual box. And we got it. So let's fill up this side first. And that's that side done. That was reasonably easy. Bit loud in my eardrums here. Let me just turn it down. Right, so now we've got to try and find the trigger on this side again. I'm going to assume it's going to be exactly the same as that one. Right. So let's back up here. Hopefully it'll fill up. Yep, that's working as well. Oh, we can actually see the float on the tanker. It's just got to the very top there. Hopefully you guys seen that if you've never seen it before. So this is like our fill level indicator, basically. So I'm assuming the grain one's the same. Yep. Now, to make up for the stuff we just lost, what I'm going to do is actually do some potatoes as well, sort of thing. So we're going to give them some potatoes as well. Now, I'm hoping that they just go in here. I'm assuming they go in here anyway. Yep, they look like potatoes to me. So, do we have a bucket? No, I do not believe we do have a bucket. So I'm going to jump into the telehandler real quick. Just jump into first person here. Lift it up just a tiny bit. Handbrake off. And we'll go and quickly get our bucket. So I don't know if I'm going to leave this journey in. So I'm not going to bother talking. Because we want to do this as soon as possible, really. Okay then, everybody. So we have this funky little fork grab thing that we used in... I can't remember what episode it was. But if you remember back along from my old subs, when we had the rock spawn mod and we went around and collect all the rocks that appeared on the field, we use this to pick up the rocks, and it just so happens this also works with potatoes and beets. Let's get her open. Hopefully there's actually a proper pickup point in here. I'm not obviously going to waste the washed potatoes on them because that's pointless. Oh, there we go, got it. Awesome sauce. There's a bit of a weird trigger box on that, but we've got it. So let's close that down so we don't drop any. There's a wall there, Simulate. Well done, sir. So we're going to go out this door here. What are we stuck on now? Probably the wheels to that thing. Right. Now, hopefully, once again, we're probably not going to need all of these, but we'll give it a go. Okay. We'll drop that into here. Once again, please don't use all of them. That'll do. That will do for now anyway. I don't know if it's going to take all of them or not, and we do want to put them on the other side as well. So 35% for the pigs. It's more than enough for what we need. Whoa, we're tipping over with these potatoes up in the air. Let's lower that down for safety reasons here. Close that down. Right, okay, so let's drop these into here. What's good, there's not as much in the pig one now as there was in the beef one, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just back on out of here. Oh, that was the wrong gear, Simulate. Well done, sir. Okay, guys, so that is it. Hopefully that makes up for the footage we just lost of the grain. So we've now fed the potatoes and water. Once again, sorry that Marillis crashed or whatever it did. I don't even know at this point. But yes, that is everything for this episode. So if you did enjoy, please slap that thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.